Good morning. Pretty much the same all over the world. It's just based in different churches on the right. Like it's right down the street. I don't even need a GPS to get there. Like I already have it memorized. But before again, let me tell you what's already on my face, and then we'll do the eyes. And I already know what I want to do for lips. It's going to be a very not neutral look, but more like very easy, simple look. So for primer, I used first Fenty Beauty. I've been loving this because it has humidity resistant qualities in it. Like it's made for high temperatures. So I've been using this like every day. I've been really enjoying this primer, and it has a soft matte finish. And then I went in with the Boots No. 7 Beautifully Matte Makeup Base. Y'all know I've been loving this for years. This product is discontinued, I believe. They don't create it anymore. But for me, primers last me a really, really, really long time because I don't use like that much of them. So after priming, I went in with foundation. The foundation I'm wearing is the Benefit Hello Happy. I've been loving this for days when I don't need my makeup to be super duper perfect, or when I want my makeup to have more of a natural skin-like finish to it. This is a medium coverage. You can kind of build it up, but I have like a medium plus coverage and my imperfections are just barely peeking through. So it gives me more of like a natural finish. Really, really enjoy this Benefit Hello Happy foundation. I wear shade 11, which is easy for me to remember because I graduated high school in 2011. Look at my arm. Teacher arms. So, yeah, I really like this foundation, and it lasts in the heat as well. If you prime and you powder it down, it lasts. So I love that about it, and how lightweight and natural it is, and it's SPF. For powder, in the center of my face, I went in with Coty Airspun in the shade Suntan. Y'all already know this is my favorite loose powder for oil control and prolonging the wear of my makeup. So that's the powder I used, Coty Airspun in Suntan. And then for my skin tone powder today, I wanted to do a pressed powder. I went in with the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation in the shade N110. In Cover FX, I'm pretty much an N110, or I can wear G110. As I get, I guess, a little bit more tan, like I get more red in my skin, and I can wear neutral. So that's why you see me mix the foundation, the Power Play, and G110, Golden 110 with a lot of other things because it's a little too golden for me now. I'm more on the neutral side of things. But yeah, I really like this pressed powder. It's good for oil control as well. And I really like the shade of it. It goes really well with my body. And then for highlighter, I have on Champagne Pop. I don't really feel like getting it out of the drawer, which is literally right here, and showing it to you, but I have on Champagne Pop as my highlighter. And then for blush, well, I guess I should show it to you since I have to get the blush. Let me show you the blush and highlighter. So I'm wearing Becca Champagne Pop. This was their collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. Looks like that. Ooh, let me outline you. Looks like this. It's a really pretty gold with like peach undertones. It's really pretty. I feel like it has peach undertones. It's really, really pretty. It's one of my favorite highlighters, and I have it applied not so intense because I'm going to church and it's the first time they're meeting me, so I'm not gonna go all out on them because I don't know what the congregation is like. You know, you just gotta feel it out. And then for blush, I have on the Wet n Wild limited edition Color Icon Baked Blush and Dare to Soar, and it has a little hummingbird on it. I've shown y'all this before. See that? It's really, really pretty pink color. But it has a hummingbird on it. Love that. That's the blush I have on. And then my eyebrows are the Wet n Wild Retractable Eyeliner Pencil. Y'all know my favorite. Let me get close so you can see the little hair strokes I made. So that's what's on my face so far. Let's go ahead and finish up this look. I had an outfit in mind, and I was going to do a green look using the Makeup Shayla Perception palette because I haven't really used that green in that palette yet. But then I realized that I needed to shave my legs because it's a dress, and I didn't want to shave my legs. I already took a shower, and I realized that, yo, I'm supposed to be wearing a dress, and my legs are kind of hairy. So I'm going to wear Yeah, I've seen me wear before. It's like a jean jumpsuit sort of thing. I mean, I just need my legs to be covered, and I haven't really unpacked my clothing, so I kind of have time to like look for some clothes because it's 9:27 now, and worship service starts at 10:30. So I have a little bit of time to find something to wear. So since I'm not really sure what I want to wear, I'm going to do kind of like a pinkish neutral look, and I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, because this is the only palette I kept unpacked, like to use while I'm unpacking until I get everything organized and everything. So we're gonna use this palette. I'm gonna do an all matte look. I've been experimenting with all matte looks lately, and it's been fun. So the first thing we're gonna do is I need to wipe this brush off. I used it yesterday. I did my mother's makeup for her birthday. She wanted me to do her makeup. My mom she does not like highlighter because she feels like my sister and I wear too much highlighter. But I was like, if I'm doing your makeup, you're gonna wear highlighter. Ah. Okay, let me get the brushes I need. Wipe them off before I get started. Ooh, yeah, that one's special. All right, so the first shade I'm going to be using is the shade Still Shot from the Born This Way palette. Not Born This Way, Born to Run. I have Born This Way stuck in my head because I just watched Jackie Yanna's video about the shades and why she created them and such. But it's this nice pink shade right here. Can you see that? There we go. That pink. That's going to be my transition shade. I'm going to go in with that. Oh, it's like, is it picking up? Yes, it is. It's a light pinky shade. I'm going to put that as my transition color. And again, this look is going to be all matte, this eye look. The way I'm sitting in this chair does not make sense. Like, I'm kind of like turned. Oh, let me sit in the chair properly so I can actually face y'all. There we go. I'm going to put this all up in my upper crease area as a transition. Do-do-do-do. 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 And then we're going to do the lid, and then we're going to do the crease again, then we're going to do the outer V, and then we're going to be done. I'm feeling something just very like soft and feminine and easy, simple for today because I don't really have any other plans. I'm going to start the unpacking process, like opening boxes and actually getting rid of stuff and breaking the boxes down. We're going to start that today. And my goal is actually to work on getting my closet set up, getting all the clothes in the closet in an organized fashion. So you can catch me doing that all day. I started to listen to Drake's new album. I only got to the song. I stopped after Elevate, but I need to listen to that as well some more. Like I was in the shower, so I couldn't really hear the words fully, but I need to like listen to it in depth to see how I feel about it. I really enjoy Drake as an artist. I enjoy his music. He has a lot of like hits, you know? So, and he's also like easy to listen to. Like it's not too heavy. So yeah. Next, we're going to use the shade Riff, which is right next to that pink. And I'm going to put that on my lid. Oh, I didn't even tell you what brush I'm using. Y'all already know if you watch me live. For my crease, I use the It's My Rere BH Cosmetics Collaboration Brush number 6. I love this for my crease. And now for my lid, I'm going to use another BH Cosmetics brush. And this is a 139. It's like a miniature flat top kabuki brush. And I'm just going to use that to pack on the shade Riff, this tan caramel shade, onto my lid. It's really big. I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. It's very close to the color my lids are with my foundation and powder on top. It's a little bit darker and warmer. So I'm just packing that onto the lid, my entire lid, with this brush. I'm upset. That's the only words I actually know from that song. Just keeping it real. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into the crease color or the transition color. I'm just gonna soften up the edges just a little bit, just so that everything blends together. I feel like I blended some of that Riff shade away, so I'm gonna take my finger and press it onto my lid, especially like in the inner part of my lid. Cool. Go in with a little bit more of the transition shade. All right, to deepen up the outer V and the crease a little bit, I'm gonna go with the shade called Hell Ride. Funny, I'm going to church and I'm gonna wear a matte shade called Hell Ride in my crease. And it's like a berry shade, that one right there. A matte berry, it's really pretty. This is where like the kind of pinkish look is really gonna pop. I'm using that same fluffy brush and I'm patting it and pressing it on first, and then I'm gonna go in and kind of blend it out. Wow, that's really pigmented. That's really pretty though. Wow, look at that pigmentation. I really enjoy this palette. I really like it. I've used it on myself and on my mother yesterday, and I've used, I think, about half the shades in here, or a little bit under half the shades. So I'm really starting to get a feel for it. And I like it. I really do like it. I'm glad that I got it. I'm not mad at my purchase. I feel like it's great for traveling. Like, you only need this palette to really do a lot of different looks. Like, you can get so many looks with just this palette alone. Look at that. So pretty. All right, so with the same brush, I'm not gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna go back into our transition shade called Still Shot, that lighter pink. Just taking a little bit of that, and I'm gonna buff that right over the edges of what I just did. So let me tell y'all about, we're almost done with this highlight. So let me tell you about my date last night / reunion with my college best friend, Jackie, and our mutual friend, Irene. So it was great to see Jackie again. Like, we instantly click. It's like I had never left. She's one of those people that, like, we really just connect, even though we're different. We're similar, but we're different enough. Like, we're not super duper duper similar. I hope I'm making sense. But we get along great. Like, I love being around Jackie. She just is the kind of person that makes you feel good, that makes you feel, you just feel good around her. Like, you're just very comfortable around Jackie. Like, Jackie's easy to talk to. She's not judgmental. She's just a good person. Like, she has a really good heart. I'm taking the smaller brush and just touching up the lid shade. So I went over to her place and helped her get ready. Well, not really helped her, but like gave her advice about her outfit and stuff. You know how girls do. Waited while she got ready, chatted with her while she was getting ready, and then we went to this rooftop bar / lounge in Charlotte, where we met up with Irene and the guy Daniel came. And it was really loud in there. And like, nobody was really dancing, so I don't understand why they had the music so loud. Like, I would understand if they played the music loud outside. There was like kind of an indoor portion, an indoor sitting area, an outdoor sitting area with a little bit more space. Like, if you wanted to dance, you could. So that was just like, I don't know. It didn't make sense to me because everybody was mostly sitting down and having conversation, but it was really hard to hear. And I have hearing loss from working with marching band, being in marching band, hearing the snare drums, walking on the field in front of people playing at forte and fortissimo. That is really pretty. Look at that. Beautiful. So we are done with eyeshadow. Make sure my eyes are even with their pigmentation. Yeah, I really like this look. Wow, this is a matte look for me, which I normally don't do. I've been experimenting with not really putting much on my lower lash line, and to me, it makes it look softer. So I'm not gonna put anything on my lower lash line. Yep, not gonna put anything down there. I don't even want to do any eyeliner either. We're just gonna go with mascara, and I'm gonna be using the Benefit Bad Bang. So we were in there. It was really hard to hear, and Jackie and I followed Jackie there. I drove my own car because the distance from where we were at is the same distance to my house as if I were to go from here to her house. So it didn't make sense to ride together, then go to her house, and then have me drive back here. It was just too much. And I kind of wanted to drive so I could take the guy home because he's visiting this country. And yeah, he doesn't have a car. Or he can't, well, I don't know if he has a car or not, but he can't drive. He can't get a US license because of the kind of visa he has to visit. Okay. So I was like, I'm gonna drive so I can take him home because I didn't want him to have to pay for an Uber to get there and then an Uber to get home. And I was like, I'll just take him home. Like, no big deal. So I drove, we parked, and on your iPhone, you can tell Siri to remember where you parked. Did you know that? I just learned that last week. So I told Siri, I was like, Siri, remember where I parked. And she puts like a pin, like a little drop a pin, like for your location. Again, Benefit Bad Bang. I'm going to talk to y'all while I put this mascara on. So she pinned my location because I didn't want to forget where I parked. And there's lots of parking garages in Uptown Charlotte. So I just didn't want to get lost. So we park or whatever, and we go to the location. And it was really cool. It's on the 19th floor of this hotel/restaurant place. It was really, really nice. It was beautiful. And, being up that high, you can see Charlotte. Like, it was a beautiful view, really good vibes. I just thought the music was just a little bit too loud considering most people were trying to talk and have conversations. That's the only criticism I have. So you have to wait in line and check your ID. You go up this elevator, really fast elevator. I was fascinated by how fast we went. This is nerdy. I was like, wow, we went really fast from the first floor all the way up to the 19th floor. I was like, wow, it's cool. And you didn't really feel it, but I could feel it in my ears because my ears are very sensitive to changes in altitude. So my ears were popping in the elevator. I was like, we went really fast. That was quick. But anyway, so we go up there, Jackie and I, we get a drink, we have a seat, we have a little spot that we're going to sit in. And then Daniel's the next person to arrive, the guy who I was going on a date with, but I wanted, of course, to have my friends there because I don't know him. So he comes and I'm just like, oh, because he looks the same in person as he looks in his pictures. So I was happy. I was like, that's nice. Good. And then we started having conversation or whatever. And it's really just really hard for me to hear him. So it was really funny because that's a good way to kind of bring somebody closer to you. Because I had to lean in to hear him. I was like, what? What'd you say? And then English is his second language. And it was really funny though. It was great. It was a great time. So we had a good time at that place. And then Irene and Jackie, they're very good with cues, and they're very good at, they're the best people to go out with if you're going on a first date because they stayed with us for 30 minutes. We all stayed together, the four of us, kind of having conversation. And then as the two of us started getting more conversation, they engaged in their own conversation. And then they slowly made their way and left us alone at the table, but they were literally right across where they could see us, but they couldn't hear us. They were across the venue, but they could keep their eye on us, So then we just talked for a while. It's it was kind of awkward because I had this really loud dance music, but no one was dancing. So we stayed there for a while. I don't even know the time that we stayed there. I think we stayed there until 11:30. So we got there at 9. Jack and I got there at 9, and then we left at 11:30. Well, I left with Daniel, and they wanted to stay longer. But we just said we'll text each other, keep each other in the loop on what's happening. I'll let y'all know I'm okay, like every hour, check in, let you know when I make it home safe, blah blah yeah. Because I was feeling very comfortable with him, and he just has a good heart. Like, that's before I even went. I was telling y'all, like, the vibe I get from him is that he has a really good heart. He just wants to help people. People here. There's a dog barking, so my dog starts barking. Nola June? Nola June! Nola! Nola June! Nola! Oh gosh, what is happening out here? Nola, what is it? What? There must be a dog, like, right in front of my apartment. What is it, Nola? What is it? Nola, it's okay. Sit. People are walking up the stairs, Mama. That's what that sound is. It's okay. It's okay, honey. Good girl. Want a treat? I'll get a treat. There we go. Nola, can you jump? Okay. Jump. Get it. Jump. So I have Nola in here with me now. I'll show her to you guys because you'd like to see Nola. Nola June, come here. Come this side. Oh, there she is. You being a good girl? Being a good girl? Want a treat? Here you go. Okay. So it was people going up the stairs. That's why she was going crazy. Okay, so then it was 11:30 and I was a little tired, and my toes were starting to hurt because I showed y'all the shoes I wore in the Get Ready With Me yesterday. I had on like 5 to 6 inch heels, like a big heel. Even though it was a thick heel, it was still, my toes actually got messed up a little bit. I just got a pedicure yesterday with my mom, but it's not bad. Like, I'll still show my toes, but it's a little smudge, The paw is like leaning to the left a little bit. He knows Charlotte area better than I do because he's been visiting there his whole life and living there on and off his whole life. So he chooses some places, but by that time is when it really starts to pop off in Charlotte. So there was like long lines everywhere. My feet were already hurting. So we kind of took a sort of mini tour of like uptown, the way we were walking, just showed me different things. And then we stopped at the Epicenter and checked out Rooftop 210, which is another like rooftop bar lounge type place. And it was just really, even though it's like totally open and like outdoors up there, it was just really, really hot. And the people up there were a little crazy, like not really dancing, like just like jumping around, kind of being a little too extra. That's not really my vibe. Like, if you're gonna dance, like actually dance, not be like all over the place. Like, like they were really drunk basically, and I'm not about being around drunk people that are like that are being kind of obnoxious. So we were only up there for like 5 to 10 minutes, but there was this like Latin place at the bottom. So we went there and they like had salsa and bachata, merengue music playing, and it was really, really great. And we like danced and it was great, but he's not really a dancer. So like his face the whole time, like funny. So we would be observing funny stuff that happened around us and we'd be laughing and smiling. And then like I had this kind of smile on the whole time because I was having fun. I enjoyed dancing, it was fun. It was great. I loved it. But he's not really dancing, so he looked mad. So I was starting to do the same facial expression that he was doing, which made him laugh, it was really silly, but it was really fun. So we went there. And then what do we end up doing? Oh, so we kind of explored a little bit and danced, basically, essentially. And then it was time. I was like, well, my dog has been alone for X amount of hours. We just moved here. I want to check on her, make sure that she's all right. And I'm going to take you home. So you don't have to pay for an Uber, yada, 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 yada. And I don't know where he lives, so I'm not sure how far away that would be from where I am. I just need to get back to my dog, essentially. So we decided to leave. And so I'm like, hey, yo, Siri, tell me where my car is parked. And Siri, we somehow ended up getting very lost. And I had to keep stopping to like rest my feet. Like it was hilarious. Like I had to keep stopping to rest my feet because my feet were hurting so bad. It was not my feet, it was my toes. Let me be specific. It was just my big toes. My big toes are so big. Anyways, so I had to keep like pausing to like lean against stuff. And he was like, I can carry you, but I just didn't really want him to carry me, like, because then he gonna get tired, and then we both gonna be tired, and we just gonna be broke down. You know what I'm saying? That's not good to be in the city, broke down and tired on a first date with essentially a stranger. So like we end up we got Siri took us to the wrong parking garage, and then the numbers were like crazy. It was like if you go down, the numbers went up, and if you went up, the numbers decreased. And it was just like we were getting so confused, and like we were hot, we were tired. He was really, really hungry, but he didn't really tell me until we got in the car. I was like, why didn't you tell me earlier? We could have you could have eaten, like I could have just had a coffee or something, or like a soda or some water. Because I only had one drink the entire night because I wasn't really like in a drinking mood. And when I'm meeting somebody, I like to be very present. I like to be sober. I like to be present. That's the best way to put it. So I only had one mixed drink. So everywhere else I wasn't drinking. And I'm the kind of person, it takes a lot for me to truly get dehydrated because I don't say I'm used to being dehydrated, but I don't drink a lot and I don't really eat a lot, which is kind of bad. I'm trying to do better because I'm trying to gain weight. But anyways, so like I guess he just didn't want to tell me because I was like, he kept asking me and I was like, no, I'm not really hungry. Like I'm good, because I wasn't sure if he was, but I should have figured it out, put two and two together, but I wasn't really. I thought he was just trying to be really like courteous and kind and nice because that's the person that he is, kind of person he is. He also has very like old school manners, which I appreciate. It was really nice. Like when we crossed the street, he would cross like closer to the oncoming traffic. So if anything happened, he would essentially be first. And like he walked on the outside of the street, I walked on the inside, like little things like that. He always let me like walk in front of him so that like, I don't get snatched up from behind. He doesn't know what happened if he turns back and I'm gone. Like just little things like that. Very cordial, very gentleman-like. Yeah. So we get lost in the parking garage, and this is like we're in this parking garage looking for my car. I'm like trying to push the button like to lock the doors, and we don't hear it. And then all of a sudden, we were like, let's try the one across the street because Siri had it like flipped, like where the pin was, and it was hard to tell. But we were in the wrong parking garage, and it was the one on the other side of the street is where my car was. So as we were walking out, I was like, well, if it's over here and this is the street and the pin is here, if I push my keys, because I was only on the second level, we should be able to hear the beep because there's not a lot of cars in there. And then I did that and we heard the beep, and it was like, I was like, this is God. Because my toes were hurting. Like when I tell you I had to keep stopping to like rest my toes because it was very painful for me to walk at this point. And he kept wanting to carry me, and I was like, no, I can walk. I will do this. And it was really, really funny because I was walking real slow, and I like had his arm in case I kind of lost my balance. Because when your toes start to get numb, it's kind of hard to walk straight in heels, because your feet are hurting, bruh. So finally, we made it to my car, and it was really funny because the closer we got to the car, like the faster I was starting to walk, and he could like tell. He was like, there was a noticeable change, like my energy and my demeanor. Like as soon as we got to the parking garage where my car actually was, which was really funny. So let me get in the car, and I was like, do I need to put your address in the GPS? And he's like, no, I can tell you from here. And he's actually really good at giving directions, like gives you enough time to switch lanes and all that. Thank you. So I take him home, and where he lives ended up being like, I was like, oh, this is near Pineville, which would be like southeastern Charlotte. And I live near southwestern Charlotte, so kind of like across town, literally like the complete opposite side of Charlotte, which was fine because it only took me 40 minutes to get from where he lives to where I live. So it wasn't that bad, but I was just like connecting the dots because I haven't been exploring this area in like 2 years. I haven't really driven around and stuff. So I was kind of just like thinking through it for my own sake, for if we continue to hang out, which I think we will, because the date was exceptional. Like I had an exceptional time. Just like super kind guy. We're very similar, like very similar in our personality. But yeah, like we vibed. So I had a great date, and it was great to see Jackie and Irene. Oh yeah, he took our pictures. Like he has a lot of friends that are women, and he's a great photographer for girls. You know how like you want to get all the angles, and you hold the phone this way. Okay, now hold it this way. Now I want some full body. You know, and then you just want like waist up, and then you know you have to switch your poses, get all your angles, get all your good sides, get your highlight. You know, and he just knew. I love that. You know, he just knew. So most guys like they just take one picture and they're done, but no, he knew. Thank you for knowing. So that was really cool. They really liked him too. Jackie was impressed. I could tell. Irene was impressed. We all had good feelings. We went to the bathroom and talked about it just to discuss one at a time. It was really funny. All right. So that's pretty much my date and meeting up with Jackie and Irene yesterday. So for lips, I'm going to do Maybelline Crazy for Coffee. You know, this is one of my favorite shades, number 275. I love this shade. And it goes so nice with the look, which is like a soft pink look. Oh, love this look. And that is it. I'm just going to put on my treble clef earrings. I'm going to find something to wear that covers up my hair mascara legs. And then I'm going to get going to worship service. I'm excited to, you know, see what all these different congregations in my area hold and to find a new church. It's fun to me. I enjoy visiting congregations and fellowshipping with different varieties of people. So yeah, this is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and recap of last night. Oh, let me tell you, I got home at 3 a.m. And I naturally woke up at 6:45. I was like, because when I got back, I took my dog on a walk and stuff, you know, like bonded with her. You know, she did good. She didn't pee or poop in the house. And this is her first time being left alone for that long of the time. And it's a new environment. Like we just moved here yesterday. So she did great. So I like really like praised her and let her know that she did good. And then texted everybody, let them know I made it home. You know, people asking questions. Irene, Jackie, Daniel. Texted them a little bit, took a shower, and went to sleep. I hate this time of year because it is just so hot outside and it's just humid that like you have to take 2 showers a day. And I hate that because it dries out my skin and then like your water bill will be going up. And I'm just like, no. But yeah, let me go and stop talking. It's 9:55. I got to be there at 10:30. It's an 8-minute drive and I don't know what I'm going to wear yet. And I have to dig in boxes to find something. So my nose is running. Hope you guys enjoy this video and the update on last night. I'll let you know how the story progresses. So yeah. Have a superb Sunday. Have a fabulous week. Happy July. It's a new month. That means I only have 17 days, really. Well, I have 3 weeks until band camp. So I'm going to be cherishing these 3 weeks. I'm going to try and do 3 weeks is 21 days. I'm going to try and do 10 looks for you guys. And I might just come on with my foundation on and just do eyes because I think that's what you mostly come here for because my base is kind of very similar and you already know my favorite products for my base. So that's the goal. I'm going to do 10 looks before band camp. So before the 21st, basically. 10 looks before the 21st. So let me know what colors you want to see and things like that. Again, thank you so much for watching. And I just feel so much better in this space. I feel like you guys can change. There's a difference like in my tone and when I speak, like it's just like a weight lifted off my shoulders now that I'm in this area and I'm closer to people that I know. So yeah, looking forward to making this my long-term home. And long-term for me is more than 4 years. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.